Frank and Alice Longbottom are the parents of Neville and were once well-respected Aurors for the Ministry of Magic. They were members of the Order of the Phoenix and played a huge part in the fight against Voldemort and his followers in the First Wizarding War. Their son Neville was one of two possible children that fit the description of the prophecy that would see the fall of Lord Voldemort. Fortunately for Neville, he wasn't marked for death, with the Dark Lord choosing Harry Potter instead. Sadly for Neville, however, his parents suffered a fate considered much worse than death. After the fall of the Dark Lord, many of his followers claimed to be under the influence of the Imperious Curse and went back to their normal lives without any punishment. However, Voldemort's devout, loyal followers were unaware that he was disembodied and sought out their master with a vengeance. 4 Death Eaters, still openly loyal to their master even after his downfall, targeted the Longbottoms as they believed the couple would most likely be the best chance of discovering the location of the Dark Lord. Barty Crouch Jr., Bellatrix, Rodolphus and Rabastin Lestrange decided it best to capture Frank and Alice individually, as together they posed a greater threat. They firstly targeted Frank, followed by his wife. While in the 4 Death Eaters' custody, both husband and wife were tortured with the Cruciatus curse for what can only be assumed as an undisclosed but very long amount of time. The curse maximizes the pain receptors throughout the body, raising them to the most unbearable limits imaginable. The intense strain of the curse, combined with its continuous use, eventually broke the Longbottoms beyond repair, leaving them in a mentally unstable condition. The wizarding community were deeply disturbed and outraged at what happened to the Longbottoms. The Ministry of Magic called for swift action, and the 4 Death Eaters were hunted down with the utmost priority. Bellatrix, Rabastin, Rodolphus and Crouch Jr. were all sentenced to life in Azkaban for their heinous and horrific crime against the 2 Aurors. Frank and Alice have spent their days since the attack in St. Mungo's. They seem to have all functional motor abilities, but are incapable of logical thought. They recognise Neville as a loved one when he visits, but have no real knowledge of who he is, or the fact that he is their only son. They remain in the hospital as empty shells, living a life that many wizards feel is worse than death, but still remembered as the brave heroes who stood with the Order against the Dark Lord. Thank you very much for watching today's video, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, it goes a long way. Before I get into my question for the day, I just want to show you this really cool Lumos and Nox lighting graphic that goes over your light switch. £1.40 or around $2 to $3. I got it from Kira's Cool Graphics. The link is in the description. I absolutely love mine, so if you want to get yourself one of these, click the link in the description and you can decorate your light switch Harry Potter style. Now, my question for you guys, do you think that this was the worst crime ever committed as it was described by the wizarding community? Do you think this is the worst crime ever committed in the history of wizarding folklore? Let me know in the comments below. Or is there something worse that happened? As I said, let me know in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up and have a fantastic day.